Oh, howdy all, grab yourselves a beer, it is time for some Path of Exile discussion. Today I want to show you how to craft item level 86 Shaper or Elder Stygian Vise belts in the Metamorph League. Stygian Vise belts are the most powerful base type by far, and they went Legacy, or at least the Shaper and Elder ones, went Legacy immediately after the Abyss League. So they weren't possible to acquire by any means in the Temporary League, except as a random outcome of the Corruption Chamber, which generally wasn't very good, because it would have random mods. However, the new influenced Exalted Orbs that were added in patch 3.9 allow you to create a Stygian Vise that is not just normal, that is Hunter, Warlord, Redeemer, or Conqueror influenced. And then the Awakener Orb allows you to transfer on top of that either Shaper or Elder influence as you see fit. So what I've done here is I have sourced a number of quite bad item level 86 Stygian Vise belts. This one actually isn't terrible, but it's bad. They're going to lose their mods. Basically, I'm using them as crafting bases. Now, I'm going to add Hunter influence to this item first. And I've deliberately gone for Hunter with Shaper. That's just because I've had a look at the various mods that are available, and I feel that the Hunter pool complements the strengths of Shaper influence on a belt, and the Warlord pool complements the strengths of Elder influence. So, without further ado, what you're going to need is item level 86 Stygian Vise, one Awakener's Orb, and one of the new Exalted Orbs. The Stygian Vise needs to have at least one spare mod, so just hit it with Chaos Orbs until it's got 5 or fewer mods on it. At this point, the Hunter's Exalted Orb is applied to the Stygian Vise. Notice how it's become a Hunter Stygian Vise. It's still item level 86, and it picked up a new mod which is about to get destroyed. Now we have our next step. The next step is to merge two different influence types using the Awakener's Orb. So the Awakener's Orb is used firstly on a completely unwanted Shaper belt. So it needs to be the same item class, it needs to be a belt, but it doesn't need to be a Stygian Vise. In fact, it's impossible to get a pure Shaper Stygian Vise. So pay attention to the order of the text on the Awakener's Orb, because it will prevent you from making very costly mistakes. The first item is destroyed. The second item is reforged as a rare item with both influence types and new modifiers. So we're going to use the Awakener's Orb firstly on this belt. And that belt is now ready to be destroyed. At this point, we are going to apply its influence to Rage Clasp the Stygian Vise. And now we have a Shaper and Hunter hybrid Stygian Vise. Notice that it retains the item level of the second item, that is the Stygian Vise, which was item level 86. The belt that I consumed was not item level 86, and we're going to do exactly the same thing, and we're going to create a Warlords and Elder Stygian Vise with item level 86. So firstly, Warlords Exalted up, and we got a mod on it that's not of any real use to us. And now hit the Awakener's Orb, firstly on the leather belt, and then boom onto the Stygian Vise. At this point, we now have an item level 86 Elder and Warlord Stygian Vise. Creating a double influence belt like this costs approximately 4 to 5.5 exalts, depending on which of the 4 influence types you want as the new type of influence. So Shaper plus Hunter, this belt cost me approximately 5.7 Exalted Orbs to forge, and that's without rolling it, so it's just basically got bad mods at the moment. And this Ghoul Tether belt cost a little bit less because the Warlord Exalted Orb was cheaper to purchase. I believe this was 4.9. Anyways, hopefully that's been of use. It's certainly a way to turbocharge your character progression. So remember, you need an item level 86 Stygian Vise. These are found from abysses from abyssal depths that spawn in tier 16 maps. So the tier 16 map is monster level 83. The abyssal depths will be monster level 84, and the rare and unique monsters in there will drop monster level 80, or will drop item level 86 loot. So that's your first port of call. You need to find one of those abyssal depths in a tier 16 map. Then you'll need to purchase or either loot yourself one of the new exalts or purchase them from other players, and loot yourself Awakener's Orbs or purchase them from other players. Then step 1 is to apply new influence onto the Stygian Vise, making it a item level 86 Warlord influenced item, and then use the Awakener's Orb. First click the Shaper item, then click the Stygian Vise, and it will maintain the item level of the second item. It will maintain the base type of the second item. Any comments or questions far away below? Otherwise, I'll leave it there. Hope you have a good one.